How far will Gypsy Rose Blunted go to keep herself in the spotlight? Is there a line she won't cross to control the narrative around her life? For those following Gypsy's story, these aren't new questions. But with every twist, she leaves us wondering just what she's trying to achieve. Today we are diving into the latest layer of this saga, a tale of jealousy, manipulation, and social media game that's getting more transparent by the day. From broken promises to public shade, Gypsy's involvement in this story is as messy as it is calculated, and it's raising more questions than ever about what she's really up to. Ryan promised to Amber J the broken concert date. Imagine the excitement. Ryan tells Amber he's taking her to a Taylor Swift concert. For anyone who knows Swift's fan base, this isn't just a night out. It's an experience that fans often plan months in advance. For securing tickets, the moment they drop, sometimes even traveling to other cities just for a chance to see her live. For Amber J, a dedicated fan, Ryan's promise wasn't just a casual date. It was a grand gesture, an acknowledgement of their growing bond and a night she would likely have been looking forward to. But when the concert day rolls around, Ryan doesn't show up with those tickets. Instead, he posts a public apology to Amber J, offering a half-hearted explanation about being caught up in a game. Think about that excuse. This isn't a minor event he's missing. It's a Taylor Swift concert, something he had committed to. And not only that, but Amber J had likely made plans, perhaps even picking out an outfit or posting about her excitement, only to be let down with a vague apology. Here's where things feel off. Ryan's reasoning comes across as flimsy, especially considering the significance of the event. It raises a question about whether something more was at play. Could it be that Ryan's absence wasn't just due to the Schling conflict, but rather the intentional decision influenced by someone else, namely Gypsy? Gypsy has a well-documented history of keeping tabs on Ryan, sometimes even meddling when she feels he's getting too close to moving on. It's almost as if she feels a need to maintain control over his choices and his relationships, reminding everyone, including Ryan, that she still holds some influence over his life. This isn't the first time we've seen signs that Gypsy is uncomfortable with Ryan finding happiness elsewhere. And her possible interference here fits a familiar pattern. Was this missed concept really just a coincidence? Or was it a reminder that Gypsy hasn't let go? Gypsy's behavior toward Ryan and Amber isn't just a passive case of lingering feelings. It's a calculated pattern of interference. She's developed a reputation for involving herself in Ryan's life, especially when it appears he's moving on. For anyone following this story, her behavior has been anything but subtle. Whenever Ryan gets close to someone new, Gypsy's presence seems to spike, as if she's actively working to pull him back into her orbit, and in the case of Amber J, this involvement feels even more intense. Rumors have swelled that Gypsy might have had a hand in keeping Ryan from fulfilling his promise to take Amber J to the Swift concert, and if that's true, it's a move that goes beyond simple jealousy. It's a strategic attempt to control the narrative to ensure she remains the main character in Ryan's story. By preventing him from taking Amber J to such a public event, she avoids the attention, the validation Amber J would receive as his date at the high-profile event. Think about that. Gypsy has made similar moves before, interfering subtly but effectively to keep Ryan from making bold steps with anyone nude. She's someone who can't seem to stop the idea of fading into the background, especially not when it comes to Ryan's life. Every public display of affection between him and Amber J appears to be a trigger, setting off behavior that many are calling possessive. People are starting to take notice. Gypsy's tactics have begun to turn heads, and more than a few onlookers are questioning her motives. Does she genuinely believe Ryan owes her loyalty, or is she just unwilling to accept that she might no longer have a say in his decisions? As her involvement in his life becomes clear, people can't help but wonder, just how far is she willing to go to maintain her relevance in his story? Gypsy's actions are drawing more attention with every subtle and not so subtle attempt to keep Ryan within reach. Amber J's response and the Taylor Swift crop top drama. Amber J isn't taking this sitting down. When Ryan didn't come through with Taylor Swift tickets, Amber J found her own way to make a statement. She posts a picture wearing a Taylor Swift crop top, one that bears a striking resemblance to something Gypsy recently showed off. Some might think it's a coincidence, but given the context, it feels deliberate. Amber J is not just choosing an outfit, she's sending a message. By floating a similar outfit, Amber J is subtly telling Gypsy that she's here to stay, that She's not intimidated by Gypsy's presence in Ryan's life. She's particularly saying, "I am not going anywhere." It's her way of planting her flag, of showing she's unbothered by the attempts to keep her away from Ryan. This isn't just fun admiration for Swift, it's a display of confidence and resilience. And let's be real, the timing couldn't be better. This is Amber's way of saying you are not the only one who has influence here. Meanwhile, Gypsy's outfit post around the same time can't be ignored. She's showing off her cruel summer t-shirt, her friendship bracelet, and other Swift-inspired accessories. Almost like she's saying, "I am part of this too." It feels less like a fun sharing her style, and more like a control tactic, a move to keep herself relevant and maintain a presence in Ryan's world, even when he's trying to move on. The fact that she's choosing this moment to flaw her Swift-inspired look, it's too convenient, making it look more like a power play than an innocent post. Then there's the issue of money, which Gypsy brings up in a comment that's raising eyebrows. When someone called her out about finances, Gypsy didn't just brush it off. No, she came out and say that Ryan blew through thousands of her dollars on gambling, calling him irresponsible and making it clear she feels wronged. According to her, their finances were a shared responsibility that he's misused, leaving her feeling taken advantage of.